when I don't like to eat over a certain number of calories. As a matter of fact, I like to keep my calories anywhere between 2,500 and 3,000 calories, probably about 180 to 200 grams of protein, probably about 450 carbs, stuff like that. You got to take that serious. And you need to, start doing some research now if that's something you got some interest in. What I'm telling you is this is a viable business that you can make a killing on, because there are people out there right now that don't know what to do. They're trying to figure out, where to get their food from. They around there eating all kind of crazy stuff that they don't normally eat. Now, I'm not talking about, I don't have anything against, chefs or even baking. I mean, I love some red velvet or some 7-Up cake or some German chocolate. I can eat either one of them. Matter of fact, if anybody got anywhere in the DFW area, DM me and I come by and pick up a good red velvet or 7-Up or something like. Anyway, I mean, I digress. We ain't even talking about me. Bottom line is food prep, man. Food prep. Look into that. That's a game that you can win in. We're going to keep moving because I want to get down here and then I want to finish up and tell you about the remainder part of the remaining stocks that I did some research on, because I spent a lot of time on researching those stocks, and I want to make sure that I get those out there because I spend a whole lot of time doing that, and I want y'all to be able to get that information. Anyway, mobile barbers and stylists. Mobile barbers and stylists. Okay, now here's the deal. There are and there have always been mobile barbers and stylists. There've always been stylists that would come to you or barbers that would come to you. The reason why this is so important now is because in most states, and I want to say probably every state, one of the first businesses that were shut down were the barbershops and beauty salons. The first businesses that were shut down were the barbershops and the beauty salons. Some of the barbers and some of the stylists were able to maintain because they had relationships with some of their clients to where they would be able to go to them. But they all weren't able to do that. What I'm saying is, I don't have hair, but my boys have hair. But they haven't had a haircut in 5 weeks. If I would have had a relationship with the barber, I probably would have called a barber to come to the house to cut their hair. Okay, now is there a tax to that? Yeah, it's a tax to that. It's a tax to anything that's going to be additional service. But what I'm telling you is, if you've got an interest in starting your own barbershop, your own beauty salon, I'm not saying a brick and mortar is not, you don't want to have a brick and mortar. But, just like when you go to McDonald's, you don't just buy hamburgers. Typically, you go to McDonald's, you buy a hamburger and you buy some French fries. Okay, so if you buy a hamburger and some French fries, and then you probably buy a strawberry shake or a Sprite or a Coke or something. Outside of having different types of haircuts and different prices of haircuts, you should have different types of services that you provide. A service, you may have a service that, you'll go to somebody's house at a particular day at a particular time. Maybe even go to their job. Okay. Bottom line is, I'm not going to go too deep into that, but what I'm telling you is, a lot of us are, I'm not going to say sacrificing, but the bigger part of what we're missing out on is that socialization, especially for the guys. And again, I don't have hair, but I take the boys to the barbershop, and I miss out on that camaraderie at the barbershop, sitting around talking about a whole bunch of nonsense for about an hour. I think that a mobile barber, a mobile stylist, if you can put that thing in motion, put it in motion. Again, if you don't know how to do it, you need somewhere to start, go to my YouTube, click the link in my bio. Next thing is bed and breakfast, Airbnb. Dude, this is sick. A bed and breakfast, Airbnb. Bed and breakfast, I know, been around for, I'm going to say at least 20 years, because that's like the first time I heard of it. It's probably been around longer than that. Airbnb, I'm going to say it's been around probably about the last 5 to 10 years, because that's around the time period that I've heard of it. And I'm telling you, I'm at a point to where I don't want to go to the hotel. I don't want to go to a hotel, man. Okay? I'm pretty much going to say that I trust more somebody cleaning their home and having sheets and blankets and just being the cleanliness is what I'm looking at. Now, here's the deal. I'm not knocking hotels. If you work at a hotel, man, look, don't judge me. All right? Don't judge me. What I'm looking at is the amount of people I got to be around. Look, for real, I'm almost a germaphobe. Serious business. I'm almost a germaphobe. Now, again, I done told you there's some things that I'm willing to sacrifice germs on, and there's some things I'm not. Family-wise, I would probably go to a hotel with the family. But if I'm traveling by myself, I think I'd rather do an Airbnb. I think I'd rather do a bed and breakfast. And if you can rent out your space, okay, if you can rent out your home to people, now, that's a whole nother conversation. But if that's something you're interested in doing, you have a problem with, go for it. The other thing is, those of you guys out there that's in the real estate game, you got rental property, you don't have to sit on that rental property and if it's open. I mean, what you might find is if you dress that rental property up, okay, you may be able to use that rental property as an Airbnb, especially if you're in an area where people are always traveling to, right? You may be able to dress that up as an Airbnb and probably make more money on it as an Airbnb in a week than you do on a rental property doing a month. Let me back up. Let me say that again. If you dress your rental property up as an Airbnb, you will probably make more money on the Airbnb in a week than your rental property brings you in a month. I said something. You need to holler at me about it. You know what to do. Okay. The next thing is an event planner. I mean, of course, event planners have been around for a long time. But I'm telling you, now that we have social distancing, here's the thing. I'm not trying to give you guys brand new ideas that have never been used before, that have never been thought about before. Everything has been thought of. Everything has happened before. There's nothing new under the sun, as my grandmother used to say as we was walking to church. Okay? There's nothing new under the sun. What I'm telling you is, I'm sharing with you ideas that I think that are going to explode out of this particular situation. And the reason why I think event planning is going to explode out of this situation is because now that people are social distancing more, they're going to be reaching out to people for their planning of their activities. For instance, birthdays, a birthday party. Okay, your 40th birthday, your 50th birthday. Let's say your 30th birthday. Those are major birthdays that people are going to be trying to plan for, but not necessarily in the environment to really have access to without just calling the venue. Event planners, make yourself accessible. Convert your business from a hobby. Convert your hobby from just a hobby to a business. Now is the time. Now is the time. Listen, if you don't believe in yourself, I can't believe in you. What I'm doing is I'm telling you right now that if you're an event planner, or if you have any gusto into becoming an event planner and planning events, I'm telling you, now is the time. Okay, who out there is saying they want to get married in 2021? Okay, where are you gonna get married in 2021? You don't know if we're gonna be in the same situation. But if an event planner is doing the forecasting of where and how to create safe environments, oh my goodness, that's too much information. That's too much information. The last business that I'm going to give you before I give you the last couple of stock tips. I'm not going to say stock tips because I'm not trying to tip you. I'm just trying to give you information I researched on. Okay. Consignment shop owners. Again, this is not something new, but I'm sure you've been sitting around your house for the past few weeks and you found all kind of stuff that either you need to throw away or you need to give away or you can sell it. What I'm telling you is it's at least 200 million people in the United States that's going through the same. I'm gonna say 200. It's at least 150 million people in the United States right now that have at least one thing that they found. Make yourself useful. Make your ideas useful, and figure out how to get those pieces of things that people have around their homes and sell them. You think I'm crazy? You think I'm crazy? Listen, I remember back in 2001, and there was a guy telling me about an online. Now, if you know anything about 2001, internet was not real big. It was coming, but it wasn't real big. Okay, but a guy was telling me about a guy that had started a business and reselling, selling stuff, reselling online. Okay, listen. That was in 2001. The cat was telling me about this.